found one.
Amazing.
I just love those visuals.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That trailer especially really just pops, just hits you right there, makes you want to stay right in front of your screen.
And joining us from all of those visuals, the man, well, one of the people inside them, Tarila Thompson is in the house with us. He's a Nigerian actor, director, filmmaker, writer, and musician. I mean, how many you will be? Leave some for us. You are welcome, Tarila Johnson. Good to have you here.
Welcome.
Yeah, pleasure is all mine.
Call you Nigerian James Bond, please. What is this?
Just a cliche. Some call me African Jackie Chan. It's not me, not call me. But, you know, it depends on the way you affected people, you know, differently, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I figure this is from the early days of Nollywood. Of course, you started since 1992. It's been quite a while. You've been there since. I mean, everybody's been, well, privy to seeing your very early works. And you've maintained a spot in everybody's minds when it comes to Nigerian movies. I guess you're a force to reckon with, let's put it like so, when it comes to Nollywood, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well, good to have you here.
My impression of actors back then was, you know, they took a huge risk going into the industry because everybody was against being in the industry. It was as if you were doing nothing with your time, like you didn't have work to do. I'm talking about parents and family members hearing that you were in the industry. How were you able to surmount all those challenges?
As of our time, those sort of reactions were really beginning to step down.
Okay.
Because again, those of us that came fully into the industry were probably so independent. So you had nobody pulling you back and all that. And there was a crave for the art. Yeah. You know, so you were lured by so many things. I think the basic challenges we had then, which probably didn't affect us psychologically, was funding. Okay. You know, but like I said, the love for the art surpassed all that. So we were able to start what we started then, didn't know where it was actually leading other than the immediate gains, which was fame for so many of us. And that's how we got to, before we got to the next stage anyway, where it became a big money spinning industry and interest both locally and internationally and all that.
Along with that, I mean, you planted that seed. You guys used what you had, the resources you had back then to actually plant that seed. Now we see that we have evolved into a mainstream income for not just individuals, but also for the economy as well. Nollywood is selling outside of Nigeria on streaming services and everything, and the visuals, from what we can see, is fantastic. You've been a part of that. We also saw some clips from In the Creek. Yeah. Apart from starring in it, how much of an influence were you for In the Creeks?
Influence?
Yeah. You also a director and...
My person, okay, I directed, produced.
Oh,
okay.
Fantastic.
And
starred. How easy is it to star and direct yourself? Because you're not just acting, you're also taking note of everything, where the cameras are, who they're looking at, what the people's expressions are. How can you be both at the same time?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. The acting part wasn't entirely in the plan. I had a story to tell, and that was challenging enough, you know. But that very character, we auditioned a whole lot of people. Yeah. Supposedly good character interpreters as at then, but I mean the character was so native that you needed somebody who fits into the demography of the story or the people you want to talk about and all that. That's how actually the assistant director, who was also coordinating some of this, who did the casting and all that, went through a whole lot. So during one of those times, I had to keep interpreting, telling them the way I want and all that. So my associate from the UK, Andrew Mackenzie, who is the stunt director, they started whispering a whole lot of things. I said, what's going on? And I come and say, why don't you just do this thing and all that to save us because
you know what you're looking for anyway.
You know what you're looking for. I said, that'll be peculiar. And I'm producing, I'm directing, and the directing part of it, because this is a local and international stuff. Project. So we have to film here, we have to film in South Africa, we have stuff to film in London and all that. So I don't want to expose myself to that
Well, it isn't out yet, is it?
No, it isn't.
When is it out?
This year, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, for certain reasons. Because of the genre of the production, beyond the fact that we spiced it with a whole lot of things, it has a major background, you know, you have a whole lot of things to talk about. So most of those times, we need to source those things comprehensively and feature, like the trailer you just saw now. I didn't even know it was in YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, it
really?
is. A lot of views on YouTube.
I didn't
A lot of
a lot of views on
I didn't
YouTube,
know
man.
because I've not
Past,
allowed
present,
it
and
out
future.
yet. We've surpassed that stage now.
For real?
wow.
So what we see is
It's
as
just
in-
like the first cut.
Wow.
Okay.
We're in the fourth cut.
Wow.
But I'm wondering how long the actual shooting of it, the actual production of it
We
took.
filmed for like 4 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
Why does it take so long?
We've been post-producing for like 3.5 years.
Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
It's
Look
an
at that.
issue-based film, and people actually wow at my resilience. But it's a situation that I can't probably do. I can't do nothing about for us to achieve the goals.
All right.
Now, seeing that the goal is to actually pass a message, because I can see that that has to do with the militancy in the Niger Delta instance and all of that. Isn't there that fear that by the time it comes out, we might have, you know, time and occurrences we might have just left that one behind, or you're resilient that we will still have these issues when it comes out, and it will still matter as a statement?
Just yesterday, somebody called me from the US and said they are planning to do a movie that tells the story of the Niger Delta. They feel that the level of degradation, ignominy, and social injustice is becoming too alarming from the US. So probably that should answer your question.
It does. It does. Fantastic. It does.
It does.
Tell you what, you're still around. Since you're in the movie business, we're going to be playing a silhouette game. It's movie-based, but only this time, mostly animation. And I hope you've been around for a long time. Your Disney memory should still be there. So I'm sure you're going to get this one. So we'll be playing a Disney silhouette game when we come back, and you're going to be part of it. Do stay tuned. Let's go on a short break. When we get back, it's going to be
Game day.
Stay tuned.